Hi there. Thanks
Hi.
for staying with us here on the show. This is Prime Morning. If you just joined us, we've had a lot of conversations, and I'm sure you've enjoyed each one of them. The trends just went by with the Golden Girl, Afia
Yep,
Tomorrow she's
thank
going to
you.
be back again with some kokonsa. Believe, another kokonsa. Yeah.
I mean, provided you do it and you put it on social media, I just know that I will find it. I will look for it. I'll bring it here and I'll talk about it on What's Trending. So if you do not want me to talk about you, don't do anything that will make me find you and talk about you.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kay, so yeah, our guests are here.
Yep. It's time for us to do some entertainment, and we've got the comedians here in the studio. So last year, comedy was everywhere. And I say everywhere because the comedians made themselves very, 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 very prominent in terms of...
They put in the work.
All that. Yeah.
They put in so much
amazing
work.
works done by the comedians.
They put in so much work, yeah.
And we want to take a review on that, right? Who do we have?
So we have, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls. I love to
Drum roll for who exactly?
Drum rolls for, I love to always, you know.
For who?
For both of them.
No, for one person.
No, but...
Don't worry yourself. I don't even know why he's trying to deepen his voice like he's a romantic. I said, I don't know.
That's all I said.
Yeah, I'll just do the matter. That's not your voice. We are in 2025. Stop faking. It's not your real hair. It's not your...
It's not your real hair.
Oh, it's not his root. You know, there's a new product like that. It's waterproof. It sticks. And all the other thing or this is real hair. Real hair.
Okay.
Real Peruvian hair. Hello.
Yours is Peruvian hair.
Yellow, bald man. I do. There's a drum rolls of whole. Speak like your normal self. Speak like you speak every day. Before we use all the 30 minutes left to finish this.
Okay.
Afia, how are you?
He has introduced himself.
You're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
Oh.
How is Kumasi?
Wow.
Afia, last year comedy was very vibrant. I mean, comedy was all over the place.
Do you care for breakfast?
Yeah, movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One brown way quick baby
Cocoa and Coast.
Last year, comedy. I mean, what do you have to say about comedy? I mean, comedy was everywhere.
Wow.
And what's your take on it?
That's good.
I didn't take anything.
It's not.
You don't take anything.
From 2024.
I see that. So
At this point.
Yeah. So you see,
it'll be good for
I
us.
think the
to
comedians did very
Exactly.
well.
end the show.
And given
So
the
the
fact that
comedians
they were
can
all
have their
hosting their shows
Exactly.
back
on
to
the
back.
show.
Yeah.
So viewers,
Pastor, you are disturbing our
we're
conversation.
grateful that we were able to join us.
So who is the camera on right now? Hello?
We are lost on
Are you
our
comedians?
show.
We are the host guests.
Okay.
Now interview us.
I think that Romanos, you see what, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember what happened on the 26th of December, if you remember, Boxing Day. So Romanos and Obi Amponsa being hosts on that day, I'm saying did the trim. And so he still has that.
Bass, my nigga.
My idea.
Baby oil, Lana.
let's talk about comedy and how you guys have performed the last 12 months.
Yeah, let's talk about comedy.
Okay.
The last
so
12 months.
Before 2025, I was residing in Kumasi.
Yeah.
So that was where I was vibrant last year.
Yeah.
And luckily for us, so we have the Kumasi Comedy Show.
Okay.
And every year we host 2 shows. We host the Love
That's
and
a
Laughs.
group.
Yes,
Or
yes,
an individual owns it, or it's a
no,
group?
so like the let me say the Comedy Association in Kumasi. We have come together and then every year we host 2 shows.
Okay.
The Love and Laughs on February, like Valentine's.
Valentine's,
yes.
yeah.
And then the Christmas show, the Kumasi Comedy Show, that's the Christmas edition. And we had comedians like Jomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ebenezer Jomo hosting his Mariana.
Oh,
Where's Jumo's show?
I remember.
Yeah.
Very great guy.
Architect Without a Plan.
Yes. Very great guy.
Oh, okay.
Very great guy.
Okay.
Very great guy.
So we had Jumo.
So,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Ebenezer Jomo.
Okay. So we don't him handkerchief here. Sorry.
It is. It is, I think the architect should know.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
We have Danlate, he's also in Kumasi. Yeah, he also did a special. Okay. So Jumo's own was a special. Danlate's was also a special. Just getting started.
Okay.
So I don't know why he
Maybe I
titled it
Just getting started. Oh.
And we also have Kweku 40. He also did a special.
These are all Kumasi-based comedians,
Yeah,
right?
these are all Kumasi-based. Tailored humor.
Okay.
Or a tailor. So he just wanted to rhyme with something, you know.
That's his profession.
Yeah, he palms are there. Oh. Yeah.
And I also did my special called Hear Me Out.
Okay.
Yes, so Kumasi, comedy in Kumasi last year has been out there, and the patronage has always been good.
Okay.
Kumasi people have really supported comedy since we started, from basement at the mall to this time.
That's a huge shocker, you
Yes.
know, because a lot of people feel like when it comes to Kumasi, yeah, it's like we have our own. I'm from Kumasi, by the way. That's why I'm saying our own. We have our own level of entertainment. We have our own level of things that makes occupies us.
Yeah.
So for you guys to have taken that bold step to want to establish yourselves in that manner in Kumasi, you've done very well.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kumasi is becoming cosmopolitan, just like Accra.
Right.
So, like, those traditional things people know about Kumasi, they are
It's
changing gradually.
changing.
Yes, so it's not always in Kumasi, even now, there are years in Kumasi. You should see them.
Wow.
Party after party.
I tell you, that's true though.
So
Which is good.
the fans and the media in Kumasi, they've really supported Kumasi comedy, and we are grateful to them. Yeah.
Awesome.
beautiful.
So
Yeah.
there's a list that Showbiz ATZ put together with regards to comedy that was held
wow.
in 2024.
20.
And so it starts off with New Year comedy with DKB. I went for the last, this year's on the first, and it was superb. Now, Surviving Akufo was Obi and Ponsen's special. Vows Day comedy was in Takra, Lexi, the comic, put that together. A Full in April was Lexi, the comic as well, and Furniture, Ebenezer Jomo, like Afia mentioned earlier.
Architecture.
Laugh It Off by My Journey, Parrot Mouth. The Book of Genesis, Comedian Genesis, put that together. Laugh with Dad, Lexi, the comic. Always Be Thy Name was Always special. DKY Night of Comedy and Music, Dan Koku Yabwa did that. And then we had
That
the
was a
next
very
chapter.
good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ranzi Rayo put that together as well. Standing
Romanos,
Strong was
no, please hold on. Please hold on. Romanos. Why?
I can't see. I have to twist my neck. So
Also, you are turning the whole body.
yeah, I have
Okay,
to.
please go
because
ahead.
My neck is spinning.
Okay, okay, please continue.
Night Cruise Comedy Special.
You should
On
have
the
paired
island
with
of Kosovo
someone
was
else.
Lexi the comic. The New Falls, Lexi the comic, which has appeared almost about 3 in that already.
Yeah.
3 or 4, I think. Sugar Mommy of Accra, Jacinta Okansi, also put together. That's also a yearly one. This is A Time Late, that's Papaya, and Fellow Ghanaians by Gabi Mens. We had Before I Vote by MJ the Comedian, because why not? Afia Barcelona put that together as well. Obi Aposa did a comedy special. He celebrated 10 years of comedy. And that's how comedians actually did their own thing in 2024. And
You are forgetting Romanus. You are
that's how
intentionally
comedy-
omitting. So Romanus incomplete. I don't know.
I mean, undoubtedly the biggest show in comedy show in Ghana.
So I was supposed to be
He's
on
been
stage.
begging me to perform, but I don't mind. That's why he's actually trying to.
So I was supposed to have
I'm not
performed
going
that.
to.
I got to the gate and apparently they didn't allow me in because I didn't have a
process.
pass. Yeah.
Sure.
He didn't come for rehearsals. Oh. Yeah, our show will rehearse.
Abet is aware.
Yes.
I had a fight with Abet with that on WhatsApp.
Exactly. So next time come for
That's bad
rehearsal
feedback.
because we actually put him on, but he didn't come for rehearsal, so we took him off. Last 2 years was the same thing. Every other year has been.
You
And
didn't do the flyer. I said,
no,
do a flyer for
because
me. Show up.
we wanted to use it as a surprise element. Can you imagine?
Oh,
Whole
no,
that would-
AMJ,
it
There
would
was
have-
no
it
flyer.
would
the
have been
royal host.
beautiful.
Yes.
There was no flyer.
Then we put you on as a surprise element because our show is called a friend is saying.
Consultation.
What's it?
Consultation.
But how did he end up here? From?
You decide to say yes, so be surprise.
Okay, okay. Oh, don't do that.
Our show-
See,
our show-
see, he's a Messi fan, so I like him so much.
This
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Okay, we'll reduce the E of it. of him of it. Our show is like a Pandora box. You never know what is coming. You understand? Yeah. And I think this guy, Pastor Ansa, he had high laughs as well.
Yeah. Kwame Ansa.
Our show was so full. People had to sit on the.
This was good.
On the.
I was sad that I couldn't.
But let me first of all thank Ghanaians for really making it and showing up massively for me on the 23rd. And I hear some people had to go back because they couldn't get tickets at the gate, and it was like up to the. I'm very sorry about that. I think most of them wanted to do the last minute thing of buying it at the gate. So please, those of you who were asked to go, we are very sorry. It wasn't intentional, and we hope that this year you come early and buy your ticket on time so that we avoid that. We are trying hard not to have this situation ever again. So big ups to all Ghanaians who showed up and also showed up for all the other comedy shows.
If it were you won't show up.
No,
Ticket 150, they are giving you rice. They are giving you cereal. They are giving you...
Oh, that's what...
Yeah, so big ups to them.
So this year, add oil, why?
And then FVV rice, T-List, OCM, and then Smirnoff Guarana was also there.
That's a reason enough for a lot of people.
Exactly.
So yeah, and I think next, probably this year.
This year, do it at the Accra Sports Stadium so that many people...
So that many, yeah. I was even going to say that definitely you're going to get people who would still not come early.
Exactly.
No matter what.
That is what
would
caused
you do
it.
then?
So either we because that's how we put out the online so that we could, know the number. But most of the people came at the gate to purchase it. Yeah. So we'll try probably do a bigger space or make room for them. Yeah. Because we can still use the foyer, etc. Like we
and then you mount a projector.
Yeah.
So that they can see what's going on from the inside. Yeah. That's not a bad one, as well.
Yeah, but I mean, GH comedy has really gone far.
Boss, it is. I don't like using the word crazy, but it's crazy. And big ups to all the comedians in the industry who are making it for themselves. Like this year has started, and Ojo is ready with a special coming up, very soon. He's here to announce the date, and I know PJ. I know Jerry will also be doing this. You're doing Laughs and Laughs again in Kumasi.
I'm in Accra now, so...
Yeah, now in Accra.
Oh, you moved to Accra now?
Yeah. And
I didn't want to announce this thing because...
But why? Okay.
But you haven't announced it.
Yes,
but you are here in Accra.
But it's official that you moved to Accra.
Please, I came yesterday with Kumasi people. I beg you, I came yesterday. I'm not in Accra.
And we are going to Takwa this year. With Takwa we did. Yeah, we're going to Takwa this
year. Okay, somebody's show or you are all...
DJ Sid is putting that together.
Okay.
That's more like but it's a stage play.
Oh, okay.
So, so this year, I know there's going to be like a lot of activities, even more than last year. So we are just telling Ghanaians that, Charlie, just as you supported us last year,
more support
let's even do even bigger.
Yeah.
Let's fill the stadium. Let's make that statement that Ghana Comedy did it.
But I want to find out, putting last year in perspective, would you say that the ruling government made it easier for you guys to sell out auditoriums, depending on the fact that Ghanaians were going through a lot?
Is this a trap?
And so we needed... No, I'm just asking a question. So we needed...
I'm playing Joyce Blessings, I swear.
So we needed an avenue where we can really, distress.
Every year, and its own dynamic,
But last year in particular?
Last year in particular, Ghanaians have always supported comedy. So maybe that could be a factor that people wanted to go, wanted a place to relieve. But then every other year is being part of our communication or our communique that, release all the stress from January to December. So yeah, it could be a factor, but we can't say that is a factor. We are grateful they came. As to why they came, we thank them for coming.
Please.
If Akufo-Addo and his government are part of it, big ups to them.
Do you understand what he's saying? I also don't understand. No. Is that the answer to the question?
But did that play
a role? But that's not all I'm saying.
Knowing that almost every comedy show was sold out. I mean, Kumasi, Accra, Every one of them.
It was so that about part of the money went to GRA. So half, sometimes more than half.
I was about to say, so what, like a greater portion?
A greater portion.
I think the comedians were hardworking. The comedians were hardworking.
But naturally, Ghanaians were going through a lot.
Putting, and then, yeah, it's all...
See, Ghanaians are going through a lot, but I think GRA is going through so much because the amount of money they take is crazy.
Right.
And that is what we are pleading with the government. I don't know whether the one that is going or the one.
Oh, no, I
So
think
now
this one with
address the
Mahama
one
coming, we are
address it to
pleading that he
Dr.
finds a
Mahama.
way to, you know,
Because
help.
tomorrow he's coming.
They say that nobody should go and warn the president too. So
Warn
Oh, no, you are not.
You are not
tell
warning
the
him.
president
You
that
are,
he
you are
should
just
do
you are
this.
You are not-
pleading. You are putting out a
I
plea.
know, but
We are not warning him, but we are telling him that...
they've made it look some way like.
Oh, no, but
Don't come
I
and
think...
tell us what to do.
I think
Right.
it's part of...
I am not telling, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, so we are saying that.
We beg.
I remember
Chew
when...
you down. Chew you down.
No, Mahama there, he will listen.
You listen.
Yeah,
There's all
Mahama.
part is it.
Mahama, the meaning of Mahama is I listen.
Oh,
In the
Really?
beginning of
yeah.
Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, he
Was
does.
it?
He does.
That's
And the meaning of Akufo-Addo.
that's the meaning of Mahama.
I didn't
listen.
know.
I never knew.
And the meaning of
Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo is
Break
I
it
cannot hear
into
you.
two.
I cannot hear
So
you.
split
I
Akufo
will
into
listen,
two.
but I cannot hear.
Split Akufo into two. The first one is what?
It's what?
Akufo.
Aku.
What's the meaning of Akufo?
I don't know.
What is this guy saying? First, I beg, I came with you.
Okufu Edu.
And it means
I love him. And tomorrow, I can't wait to hear him. Fellow Ghana. Stand here. It's my last day.
well, it'll be the last day you go mafia.
Yeah, it's the last day in power. I can't wait to go back and pack my things. I don't know what I'll be signing, but more better me. Oh, my big ups to Nanado. I think he has done his bit. To him, if you listen to him, he's done his best. He's done all he could to make the government.
You are in the country, you are saying
He was in
not
power.
To you, what has it
It's
done?
up to me to say mine. It's up to him to say his. If someone says that you are not a good comedian, it's up to you to say to yourself that you are not a good comedian. Now, Becca say you are dope. We all know you are dope, but someone can say that, yes.
The comparison is no comparing.
Sir, it's not giving
It's
wrong.
two different things.
And yeah, so Akufo-Addo says he has done well.
See, he says there's money.
Yes.
Is there money?
Say it, so yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyone, sorry, you be
So say it, so na yeah, bre. Okay, I say sorry, no who's cano. Yeah, I'm sorry. Giving the height.
Now, besides GRA taking chunk of your monies,
Yeah.
would you say that it's paid off being a comedian in the last 4 years, 6 years, 10 years?
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
It's been fulfilling. It's been fulfilling. Money aside, but aside that, even the statement and the fact that now there is inclusion in the industry. Those times, nanka ye nya 10 minutes crank comedy wasem,
Yeah.
or it's not even part of the lineups. But now we're having that. They're talking about it, patronage, etc. It can only get better. And all we will plead is that we need more avenues, so that from Accra you can go to another maybe 1,500 seater, 2,000 seater, just like the National Theatre. So that sponsors who are on board can also make equal returns as as they are making in Accra, and then the whole thing can spread, because comedy cannot be done at certain places. You need some very conducive environments for that. So yeah, we pray that it gets better, and then the GRA issue is addressed, given the fact that comedy is now growing. Nti kakra ne ebenyane empese nyesi ye ntua tax. Yebetua, but on then ye wo mpanyifo ne wo nkola. Nti yeah, they are feeling comedy is still growing. You understand? So for a comedian who does a showing like a 200-seater capacity, is paying the same tax as someone who's done his in 1,500 capacity,
Right.
or in a bigger.
It's not fair.
You understand? Well, and that person is now trying to find his feet if you put that on him, you've collapsed him. But anka that honor, no some tax bait or a tax, backer. With a discounted percentage, at least he makes something of it, and then it motivates him to do more. That's all we are pleading for. So let's have that discussions where there will be that consideration to other arts, not only comedy. There are other arts like spoken word, painting, poetry that are coming up. Our almost also are trying to do their little, stuff in some areas.
Yeah.
So how do we support them?
Yeah.
That's also a way to support them so that they can also get something little to push. Because it's not easy putting a show together.
Definitely.
And that's a conversation we don't have. People think once you say you're organizing a show, you just, you're just going. But if we are to break down the cost involved, you realize that
it entails a
yeah,
lot.
because National Theatre is taking close to 20K without equipment. You're not going to rent your sound, your light, what do we call it? If there's an LED screen, you're going to get it. Talk of personnel. How much are you going to pay personnel afterwards? Your fellow comedians, promotion, billboards, radio, TV, all that. By the time you are done, you're hitting close to 100K plus. That is just for the show. And then afterwards, GRA comes with salt.
Not afterwards, too.
No, inward.
Yeah, at the gate.
They come and then they stick.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, whether it's
Right there,
complimentary
they come,
or it's bought ticket, you're paying it. I think it's 29% also.
Once there's a hard
I
copy in
think
someone's
with the post that Obi and Pasami was about 25%.
On it, so
It's
per
21.9%.
ticket.
21.9.
When
yeah.
you are done, they calculate it and then they take
And
from,
they take it.
from your gross. So right at the gate, they've taken theirs. And then what is left, they leave you. And then they go. They don't care whether you made profit or you did not make profit or once they have their money. Yeah.
But we hope that something great is done about
let's hammer
this
that
for
part.
you.
Yeah, we beg.
Yeah, we'll
we
do our
beg.
very best to be hammering it on your
Thank you.
behalf as well. See, I want you both to talk on this briefly. After Obiang Bonsa did his show, a gentleman put on his social media platforms congratulating him, and then he did mention that Charterhouse does not need to import or bring in Nigerian comedians to come and do any of these.
Okay, their night of laughs.
Yes, and then 1,000 and what laughs. Has that ever been a matter of concern for either of you? Bringing in Nigerian or outside comedians too?
Some concerns can only stay in your head. That's the truth. Because it is someone's business.
Yeah.
And he does what he likes.
Yeah.
So I believe that there can be a competition within, just like Obi did. If Obi alone could fill
The Bukom
Arena,
Arena.
imagine like the big wings like Foster, Obi, Jacinta, Lexi. Imagine them coming together, like seeking sponsorships and then putting up a show, putting all Ghanaian comedians on.
Yeah.
The question is, do we, would we need to be on some other platform to feel like, okay, this is the realization for me? You get the point?
Yeah.
So I think we should try and elevate ourselves rather than asking someone to come down to
help
the
you give the
standard
platform
he set for himself.
I like that.
So the solution lies with us. And this is not the first time I've said it. I've told other comedians, and I'm saying it here, that we can do it ourselves.
Right.
Because when you do a special alone, you bear so much costs. So when this person brings their resource, this person brings it. When it's together, you can share the cost, and then like the expenses would minimize. Every comedian can benefit from it and everything. So we cannot tell Charterhouse what to do with their money and their resource.
But I think I would say big ups to them, big ups to Charterhouse, because last year they had almost, I think it was only Bovi and Pencil who were the only Nigerians. About 4 local or Ghanaian comedians were on it. And for the past 3 or so years, it's been more Ghanaians. But I think the concept is really not only limited to Ghana, it goes beyond. So I don't think the aim is to defame or to, you know, degrade.
Degrade the Ghanaian.
It's also
Okay.
creating a platform for a certain group of people, which they've been doing since God knows when. So it's far from that. And consistently, they've been putting Ghana. I've been on it constantly. Obi and Ponsa, Parrot Mouth, Okoko Bioko, Hogan. We've had Lexi, Putogo, MJ, the comedian. So back to back, they've had local comedians on it. And I think it's also part of promoting the comedy industry in Ghana.
Okay, all right. All right, okay. Lady and gentlemen, thank you for your time today.
We are done.
Yes, we are done.